of 2018 to do well this year, but also more specifically to talk to matriculants who did not do so well last year, just to say to them that there is a second chance that they can take advantage of, and better yet, it's for free. They don't even have to pay for it, and that it's not even the end of the road when you've not done well, that this is an opportunity that government has made available to youngsters across the country to be able to have that second chance in life and do something with their lives. But just to talk to us a little bit more about this program is the Minister herself. Minister, thank you very much for your time.
No, thank you very much, and thanks for having me.
Just take us through the Second Chance program. How is it doing nationwide? Because it's a 2-year program, right? So it's still quite young.
It's very young, and it's a program that came at the insistence of our former president, that every year I used to go and take results to him and then say 70% of kids have passed. And you'll ask me, what about this 30% that has not passed? What are we going to do about it? But also dropouts, kids who dropped out at grade 11, 12, kids who've not performed well, supplementary exams. And then we thought we should pilot and see how we could have a correspondence. It started off actually as a correspondence program for young people who wanted to do a second chance, take their second chance in getting their matric, but also to rewrite or improve their symbols. So it's young. We only started in 2016. It's performing at various levels. Free State is leading again on the Second Chance program. It's very structured, it's very systematic. They are monitoring and they've integrated it alongside their main program. So it's doing extremely well. They have numbers, and maybe the advantage is that also their failure rate is not very high. So they're able to track learners that have failed before, who are not at home, and bring them back and give them second chance. And some have done very well. We know some have, I went to Kwaka recently. There was a boy who failed with L1 in maths and physical science. He went to the second chance, studied with his brother. He's at Pretoria University doing engineering because he got level 7 in maths and science. So some young people really use the opportunity. But we are also going there to encourage them to see what difficulties and what more we can do for them. So your question is, how is it performing? It's performing at different levels in different provinces, depending on how they've structured it.
Okay, we're here in the Free State. You've been singing praises about the Free State. Even going as far as saying that education tourism is what you're seeing here. Other provinces come here to learn.
Exactly.
Let's talk a little bit about the Free State and also versus other provinces where the problems are there.
The Free State is doing well, very well. It's really doing well. And I was saying to Tate, the way they've been doing well in the past years, we have to really find ways of making their successes in education also reflect in the changes in the lives of people and the performance of the province. And we're saying, what are the things that we can do more? Because they've mastered the system, the performance, they're motivated, parents, everybody has embraced the importance of education and doing well in education. So I said to Tate, go to the next level. What is it that we do more in the Free State, which is going to change the children's lives in terms of adding more skills, enriching the programs, and really bringing other programs which will turn also the lives and the fortunes of people in the province. So they've been doing quite well, to be honest.
And the other provinces, where are the challenges?
Different provinces have got different challenges. In some provinces, infrastructure has become the main problem. The second one, if you look at provinces like KZN and Eastern Cape and Limpopo, they're very large provinces with many rural areas, and they've not only them, we've not as a sector mastered how to really deal with a difficult terrain and still be able to produce good results. There are things which are outstanding, which are decisions that were long taken, which are not implemented. For instance, the Second Chance program, when it came to the Free State, the Premier himself embraced the Second Chance and made it part of his programs around youth development. So they have the ability to grab things, systematically work on them and produce them. And other provinces, sometimes it takes time for things to gel. You keep on saying, we've agreed on this 2 years back, where are you? We've agreed on this. So it's sometimes delaying in implementing decisions that have been jointly taken.
So how, in terms of budgetary issues, is there a separate budget for this? Or I think you said it's running alongside the current program?
Yeah, that's the main problem with the second chance, because the way we conceptualize it in the beginning, it was supposed to be a pure correspondence college. We didn't intend to run a parallel system where we're going to give teachers, and maybe that's why other provinces are not that developed. It was for young people to access material on our website, on radio, on TV, on their own, because they had their first chance. I kept on saying, you had your first chance, we were with you the whole day, the whole year, you didn't succeed, now you're on your own, use these ICT platforms. That's how it was supposed to run. But in the Free State, they've managed to use the closed schools, their excess teachers, their new unemployed teachers, they've put it there. It's putting a serious strain on their budgets. We're assisting where we can as the department, and that's why even the second chance center is not taking off quite well in other provinces, because it doesn't have its own budget.
And where to from here? I mean, next year, what are the plans in terms of boosting those that are really struggling?
For me, is to boost those that are struggling. That's why we're going to provinces with our officials to see what is it that we can do to assist them. But for those that are succeeding, to take them to another level. That's why I've been discussing the MEC Tate to say, because some of the learners only come for 3 subjects. They've passed 4, it's only 3 subjects. So what do they do in between? And then we said, let's have for instance, MEC wants coding. Just to say all learners who've come here must go out with their coding. We're saying let's bring technical and vocational subjects now that the designation on some of the subjects have gone, to add on and enrich their work, so that some of them, by the time they finish the second chance, they have skills that can send them to the place of work. And that's at the level for those that are doing well. But for the other provinces, it's still to get them to set up systems to get the program off the ground.
And just lastly, where are you going from here? From the Free State, this roadshow?
No, we're going to Northwest and Limpopo next week, and that other week will be in Gauteng.
Thank you very much. That is the Minister of Basic Education, Mayor Angie Motshekga, just here on a roadshow to say to those youngsters that did not manage to make it last year that there is a chance for them to make it, but also admitting that this Matric Second Chance support program does have a few challenges across the country in terms of resources, because mainly of budgetary constraints.
With education matters now 24 years into the new democracy in South Africa, many schools serving the poor continue to operate under conditions that are not conducive to learning and teaching, despite the pro-poor resourcing and financing policies of government. It is, however, the plight of the poorest schools often